have done it, Father! I could have done it! For you! For all of us!
What do we do when we find ourselves hanging over the abyss? When our desire for power and recognition go unrequited? When the insidious forces lying in the depths of our psyche are never exposed to the purifying light of day? For Loki, the answer, and his tragic flaw, lies in pride. We see it in his grandiosity, his need to conquer, his delicate ego, and thirst for vengeance.
I am Loki, of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
In the book Power vs. Force, Dr. David Hawkins asserts that all emotions exist along a continuum of power, and that emotions such as anger or pride are largely a defense against feelings of powerlessness, such as shame, guilt, and fear. It is this same powerlessness that leads Loki to doubt his own worth, setting him on a path of destruction.
What, because I'm the monster parents tell their children about at night? You know, it all makes sense now why you favored Thor all these years. Because no matter how much you claim to love me, you could never have a frost giant sitting on the throne of Asgard.
Loki's solution to this vulnerability is pride. As Hawkins writes, this rise in self-esteem is a balm to all the pain experienced at lower levels of consciousness. Pride looks good and knows it. It struts its stuff in the parade of life. Let us be clear, we are not discussing a genuine sense of worthiness or accomplishment. This is hubristic pride. This pride is a golden serpent. Its venomous fangs offer protection, but that same venom poisons the soul. Pride builds palaces in the mind. Its lustrous armor shields it from the suffering it inflicts upon others. Pride builds monuments to itself. Though pride may acquire notable power, that power is rarely used to build up the world into something better. It is instead hoarded, like a dragon with its gold. Yet pride's strength is often imaginary, a shimmering veil to conceal the rotting pillars of shame, guilt, and fear. Hawkins writes, "The problem, as we all know, is that pride goeth before a fall." Pride is defensive and vulnerable because it is dependent upon external conditions, without which it can suddenly revert to a lower level. The inflated ego is vulnerable to attack. It's telling that Loki relies so heavily on illusions and trickery instead of confronting his problems directly. We often do the same, hiding from our weakness by whatever means possible. But when the illusion crumbles, powerlessness is revealed, leaving us to either face the source of our weakness or burrow ever deeper into denial. In a deleted scene from the Dark World, Loki stands before a crowd of cheering Asgardians, basking in their adoration, wielding Mjolnir as their triumphant and worthy king. But this is all revealed to be an illusion, a spell that Loki had cast while imprisoned in his cell. His mother interrupts, having witnessed it all, and warns, "Cast enough illusions, and you risk forgetting what is real." To which Loki responds,
Precisely.
If left unchecked, pride can have devastating consequences. It gives rise to factions and nationalism, conflict and atrocities.
Wherever you go, there is war, ruin, and death.
It blinds us to the love and connection we receive from others.
Loki, I thought the world of you. I thought we were going to fight side by side forever.
In our contempt for that which we do not have, pride has us take all that we've been given for granted.
It is my birthright.
Your birthright was today!
And its allure diminishes when held up against true virtue.
There are no men like me.
There are always men like you.
Ironically, it is only in moments of sheer powerlessness that Loki's pride finally rests long enough for him to embrace reality and accept his own limitations and vulnerability. Though tragically, by then, it is often too late.
You will never be